passion. I've been thinking about you and you only. And we just like a fuck, that's nothing else. You know, I'm falling in love, that's for someone else.
What's good, y'all? So in this video, I'm going to react to the saga of Fantastic Hip Hop's Drake has embarrassed himself, or Drake has ruined his life. I don't know. At this point, I don't even fuck it. Fuck the titles. This is just about Drake doing something else petty or being soft or something. So we're just going to see what he's talking about and what Drake is continuing to do.
Stock of the rap world, and things only getting worse and worse with each waning moment that the world has processed everything that went down in his beef with Kendrick Lamar. Drake has finally done something to stand in the face of Kendrick and his crew and stop their unprecedented victory lap, but when we really look at what Drake just did, despite him finally pulling something off to clap back at his opponents that actually kind of worked, the measures he had to go to finally hand Team Kendrick an L is honestly pathetic, and if anybody else did this, they would be getting a ton of backlash. And what I am of course talking about is how Kendrick's former TDE label mate and longtime friend Schoolboy Q is currently on his Blue Lips Weekends tour, and as he was supposed to perform his show right within Drake's home city of Toronto, it got cancelled by the Canadian police, and having to tell people that his sold-out show was not going to happen, Q tweeted, "They just canceled my show in Toronto. Canadian police don't want nobody from TDE performing." And then he also went on to follow this up saying, "Pop was just with Wayne and Baby, SMH. Party Next Door had a show at the Palladium. If we wanted to get y'all, we would have just did. Now when somebody get hurt, don't cry."
I mean, hey, look. This is what happens. But the thing that's confusing about the top was with just with Wayne, because I just reacted to something. I haven't posted it yet. These two videos are probably going to be posted on the same day. But didn't Lil Wayne just do the They Not Like Us with the OVO chain on and everything? Like, that's kind of, is that not weird? Whatever. But I mean, like I said, this little petty ass little shit, bruh. Like I said, you play dirty. Mofos this is feeling very Tupac and Biggie-ish in a way. Not to the same extent, but it's feeling like the same kind of underhandedness, and like it's never gonna get resolved. I should say like a 50 Cent and Ja Rule type shit, because I don't think anyone's going to lose their life, but mofos might get hurt. Mofos gonna keep doing petty shit. It just doesn't feel like this is ever going to be reconciled, to be completely honest.
And now with these tweets, Schoolboy Q is telling us not just about what went down as his own tour performances had to get cancelled, but he's also just reiterating the fact that if him and Top Dog Entertainment had any real issues with OVO and Drake affiliates beyond the microphone, it would have been settled already, as the president of the label was just with Lil Wayne, and if they wanted to be petty and shut down one of Drake's OVO signees in Party Next Door from playing in their own city of LA, they could have done the same thing. And now that this has went down, Q seems to be declaring that this feud and these tensions are far from over. And I mean, when we look at this move, with TDE no longer being able to do shows in Canada, this is something we can almost confirm that Drake had his hand in, because in the past, he had the pull to do such things as get Lil Wayne back into Toronto in 2022 after being banned all the way back in 2011, and seeing how big of a star Drake is and just how much of an ambassador he is for Canada between the festivals he throws and his involvement with the Toronto Raptors. It really should not be shocking that probably the biggest star the country has ever produced has so much pull over things if he wants. And if this wasn't enough for you, Drake posting later on his IG story in a Tony Yayo shirt after Yayo recently said that any critics of Drake would no longer be welcomed in the Six, it pretty much confirms what the evidence and School's words already told us. But just because Drake is the face of Canada does not mean it's alright to do this, because out of everything Drake could have done to level the score, from releasing new music to trying other angles to diss Kendrick,
he could have just made better music, or, you know, not been I'm not trying to be like no hater, but it just seems like he's being real immature and petty. Like, it just feels like if he tries to do a show in Cali, it's going to be some bullshit for real, because motherfuckers are going to be mad because you are being petty. If he was the reason that Schoolboy Q's show got canceled, which is probably the case, but yeah.
And the West Coast through. This is not just one of the pettiest, but it's actually pathetic that these are the measures you have to go to counteract the impact your opponents are making, and when it comes to what this choice means. On top of how forcing a show to get canceled right before it's about to happen makes everybody from the artist to the hardworking crews on the tour lose money, Drake is also literally robbing his own city and country from getting one of the best musical performances that was on their calendar this year, because as Schoolboy Q has shown in 2024, aside from his affiliation with Kendrick Lamar and his appearances at the Pop Out concert and in the Not Like Us video, he has been one of the best rappers this entire year period, as his album Blue Lips was genuinely amazing, and with Q's breathtaking performances that push the boundaries of how you can infuse passionate lyricism. emotional pain, and unpredictable production, all with one factor that few rappers, including Drake, can never showcase, which is maturity. This project is a surefire Album of the Year candidate and will go down as one of the best bodies of work from this year, and unfortunately, Canada will never be able to see Schoolboy Q remind the world of why he is one of the best rappers of the 2010s and why he's only growing more now, and with the rest of TDE and their affiliates. From Absol, J-Rock, if they are really serious about this, then SZA, and of course Kendrick.
And my thing is, if it was sold out, that was a lot of people that wanted to come see him. So then I feel like he's not doing nothing but probably angering people even in his country. Because if I don't know, if I wanted to see Beyonce and Beyonce and Pharrell got into some beef and Pharrell was like, well, Beyonce not coming to Virginia no more. I'm be like, what the fuck? I don't care what you got going on, but that don't have shit to do with me, and I wanted to see this person, and now you gonna say I can't see them? Now me and you got beef, and I don't fuck with you no more. I don't think that he thinks about shit like that. Like, genuinely, I feel like it's gonna piss the people off that, I mean, they're probably gonna be refunded and everything, but that's going to piss the people off that wanted to see, that could have been their favorite rapper, and the only time they could have seen him, and you doing all of that. It's crazy to me.
Lamar. All of these names and more are banned from ever playing in Drake's home city, which is just a pathetic move, and at the end of the day, it's only going to hurt the city in the long run, as their hip-hop ecosystem will begin to get closed off from the larger hip-hop world, because with all of the other rappers who have problems with Drake, who knows how far he will end up going with this. I think what will really be telling about this is when Future and Metro Boomin go to Toronto on August 11th during their We Trust You tour, because considering that these two were the guys who started this whole nightmare for Drake, and that they have been some of the most calculated and firm when it comes to standing on their anti-Drake stance, it very well seems like they could run into a similar problem and find out that they can't play the shows that they are supposed to.
And if they can't, I'm saying, if you're gonna take every fucking body, bro, you about to piss some people the fuck off, on God.
And from doing all this, I think the question we really have to look at is, what is Drake actually achieving by doing this?
Nothing.
I mean, this is the equivalent of somebody taking their ball home because they don't want to play with everybody else anymore. And if Drake starts blocking off artists who are affiliated with Kendrick Lamar and people who just don't like him from coming into his city, aside from Drake's own petty interest, which will keep his rivals away from his own turf and hurt their own pockets by having one less place to go, I guess. This will also hurt the businesses and venues that rely on some of these tours. Take, for example, the venue that was hosting Q's show, History. This was a sold-out concert with a venue capacity of 2,500 people lined up to go, and now, all the people going are not just going to get inconvenience, but the businesses in your own city will lose money for having a show that is one of the biggest tours going on right now not coming through your city, and this is the problem. Now, despite the fact that this venue is partially owned by Drake, there are other stakeholders and people with jobs who are just being massively inconvenienced by this all, and what this really is showing is the fundamental difference between how Drake and a lot of the other artists in TDE just handle being big-time rappers. As Drake is being petty at the literal expense of everybody else, and when you can no longer compete with Kendrick or any of TDE lyrically or on any sort of chessboard musically, with this being the route Drake is going on, it's really just showing how desperate he is to try to get back at Kendrick and TDE for.
But it also just feels like he has like this weird thing with power. I feel like he has like a, there was a video I was watching that it was saying the addiction that ruined his career or whatever. And it was basically sleeping with motherfuckers' wives and having that type of, power dynamic over somebody. I mean, if we're being honest, if you have sex with somebody's girlfriend, you can kind of like, it's fucked up. You're a terrible person, like, to brag about that and to do it so many times, even especially if you're doing it with your friends, people, or like that's fucking weird. But it's a level, it's a power dynamic. You have a one up on them, those people. If you meet new females or like newer artists or whatever, and you have sex with them, there's a power one up, because now they're kind of, you can kind of manipulate them to do certain things in order to get certain places in their career. I'm not saying he's Diddy. I'm not. I'm just saying that it seems very similar in a way, just on a different like level. It's just like I think he just likes power, and this is like an example of him having power to do something and be like, well, now what? Like, it's just like this power move, and I feel like that's the real addiction. I don't think he has an addiction to sleeping people wives. I think he just likes having power over people and being able to do what the fuck he wants without repercussion.
With Schoolboy Q, after his initial social media rant and confirmation that if this is the way Team Drake wants to play, TDE won't be the aggressors, but they will take note. Q also made sure to make it clear that him and his crew would never take this.
Wait, let me. DJ Academics pisses me the fuck off. He is what? He one of Drake's little minions. And he does the same type of shit. That gaslighting ass shit, bro. Sending prayers for peace and healing. Battle was good. Time to move on. Tell that to Drake, bitch. If it was time to move on, he would not do no shit like that. And then Schoolboy Q, what he said? He said, I never said I'm a bleep somebody. I'm saying if we wanted to crack it off, we could have, I'm sorry, I don't have my glasses. SMH. Rap and move on. Playing tough, gonna get somebody hurt. It's all good. I'm a soccer dad. Come on, Schoolboy Q. Like I said, this is we in the Olympics right now, okay? Does Canada play for fucking America? No. No, it's back and forth, bruh. It's us against them, period.
Music, because at the end of the day,
Period.
it does not matter to them. Talking about raising his son and that his
You talking about real street niggas, my guy? You talking about real street niggas and you over here playing, trying to be petty. And you think, and Jay Prince already said Kendrick did good, or he gave Kendrick some type of props in the whole shit. So Jay Prince probably not on your side the way you think he is. See, I'll be at soccer games. Okay, I'm done until Chicago. I'm sorry if y'all took that as a threat and not advice. Charity, because I wouldn't have said no shit like that. Like,
well,
take that
these
shit
guys
away.
do put their heart into their art and release great songs and albums when they come out. At the end of the day, rap is a job to them, and especially now as guys like Kendrick and crew have families. They keep the rap game at arm's length from them so they can be the men and fathers that they want to be. So ridiculous antics that are under them don't follow them around everywhere they go, and at the end of the day, that is the difference with this whole situation. Drake is so petty and caught up on this feud that he is banning his competition from coming.
And that's what it is. I need y'all to stop saying that Kendrick is doing too much. Kendrick isn't doing shit. Kendrick didn't do shit in the feud. He released music. He had a concert. He released a music video. What else? What extra pieces is he doing? He's not posting no shit. He's not putting on outfits that mofos have on. He's not just... He not canceling mofos' concerts and shit. He not doing that. I say Kendrick, release the next 5. Round 2. Let's go. Let's go. I don't know if he's trying to antagonize and push so that they can redo this and he can have some redemption or something, but that's what it's feeling like. Because what is the point of this? Come on, move on, academics. Wasn't it academics like yesterday talking about there's going to be sneak disses towards Kendrick in the new music he got? And
now that for all intents and purposes, the main part of the battle is over. They want to go about their careers and continue their lives, and in all honesty, I think Drake needs to listen to an album like Hugh's Blue Lips instead of just posting up in a picture of blue slides to troll him, which if you didn't know is the third.
Nothing's wrong with him. It's okay. Sometimes, this is what I've learned. You can't help certain people. They're too far gone. That man is gone. You in blue slides, bitch. 40-year-old asshole. Just let him be petty in peace. Don't pay him no mind. Don't pay him no mind, bro. I'm glad you exposed it so people know. But, you know, he ain't learned the first time. Now we need J. Cole him and J. Cole need to have some type of beef. J. Cole kill him too. Okay, my 2 favorite rappers back on top. Kendrick and Cole, my 2 favorite rappers, just to make that clear. And Drake somewhere posting bullshit.
And serves as the thematic centerpiece of the entire project. He probably should have tried to get a ticket to his show instead of canceling it, because he wouldn't just see what it's like to make a good album at this point in your career that manages to be extremely well written and produced. But maybe then Drake would understand that he might need to start growing up a little and begin to really step up into being the man that he has been called out for not being.
Does he take... Never mind.
As it stands, Drake is just going further at this situation and what Drake did. And if you want to leave a comment about Schoolboy Q's Blue Lips, please do that as well, because
I'm going to listen to that. I didn't listen to that album. I heard really good things about it though, but I haven't listened to it. Yeah, this is just like really sad to me. And it literally further proves everything that Kendrick was saying in the disses. You know what I'm saying? And it's just it's immature. It's very immature. Like I said, if the man would just stay off of social media, take a break, take care of your fucking son. Just do that. Like, just focus on your family. Focus on you getting yourself mentally together, because you are spiraling. You're not mentally together. It's okay. I'm not mentally together, so I can definitely see when somebody else not mentally together. Like, you literally take time for yourself and really regroup and ground yourself and You don't. It's the beef. You can take yourself away from this shit. It's okay. It's okay. It happened. It's done. Move on. Genuinely, because have we heard anything else from Kendrick after he released that fuck music video? Now if they release a remix, I might be like, all right, we don't need that. But yeah, like he really just needs to take some time for himself, because this is getting really, it's been embarrassing for him, but it's just sad. And like I said, further proves to me that sometimes some people are just beyond help. You can't do nothing about it. They just are who they are, and that's sad as fuck to me. But you know, people gonna feel how they feel, and it is what it is. His fans, not his fans. Drake's stans are fucking embarrassing him. I'm not gonna lie. They're making him look crazier. If they would shut the fuck up, it would be cool. But they just keep trying to gaslight people into believing that Drake won or something. I don't really know. Anyways, y'all like, comment, subscribe, follow me on Instagram, follow me on TikTok. I'll see you on the next one.